Hello, everyone, and welcome to another show in the Bay Area. Now, other than my first two shows, I've got to say that this show I have more written down for than any recent show. I'm going to start out with saying this week of the NFL has been one of the weirdest weeks ever in terms of upsets and things like that. So, yeah, Falcons and Saints, the close game. Chiefs versus the Packers. If that has any implication on how well these teams are doing. Vikings and Ravens. Broncos, Cowboys, that's one of the upsets. Bills and Jags, another big upset. Then Thursday night review, Ravens and Dolphins, another upset. And then predicting the Patriots and the Falcons. So with that said, let's jump right into it. Falcons and Saints. If I had to pick two teams that I'm like, they're just weird. I don't know what to expect from them. These might be those two teams, especially the Saints. The Falcons beat the Saints 27-25, and the Saints almost came back and won it. The Falcons had a big lead, but the Falcons still come away with the win. The Falcons didn't seem to be a great team. I do believe they're 4-4, and somehow they're in the playoff picture. Like, they might make the playoffs, which that's a little strange, but it's weird. The Saints, though, this is really interesting. The Saints have beat the Packers in week 1. Only team to beat the Packers, I think. Oh, no, and the Chiefs this week. But with Aaron Rodgers, they beat the Packers 38-3, and then they beat the Bucks. I don't remember the score of that game, but they beat the Packers and the Bucks. But then they've lost to the Giants and the Falcons. They're 5-3, and they can beat anybody and they can lose to anybody. The Saints are weird. They're in the playoff picture as well, and I don't know what to expect. Now that their starting quarterback, Winston, is out, that makes it even harder to predict what's going to go on. So you just got to watch them and see, because this is a very unpredictable team, in my opinion. Like, if I was into the betting and all that stuff, I'm not betting on any Saints games, because you don't know what's going to happen. The Falcons, you can kind of tell they're an average team, and I see them as like an 8-9 team. And in the NFC, that might make the playoffs. Now, here's why I say that. There's like there's 6 teams in the NFC with winning records. The Saints, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Bucks. I don't know if I named them all, but anyways, there's 6 teams with winning records in the NFC, and then all the others are have 3 wins. It feels like. So they have like these great teams right here, and then it's a bunch of mediocre teams in the NFC, whereas the AFC has a bunch of teams that are right below that pack of great NFC teams and above all those other NFC teams. So Falcons could make the playoffs and be 8-9 as a wild card team. I don't know. We'll see. Chiefs versus Packers. If the Packers had Aaron Rodgers for this game, I think they win this game, and it's a different game. The game was 13-7. The Chiefs are still being figured out. They got held to 13 points, and their defense seems to be doing a bit better than what we had seen, but then again, holding Jordan Love to 7 points isn't a big accomplishment. So I really have no takeaway from this game. these teams are the Packers are still the Super Bowl contender that they were, and the Chiefs are still playoff hopeful like they were. I don't think this game changes either one of those. So Vikings versus Ravens. Now the Ravens, okay, good team. We solidified that. Maybe not the best. They're contending for AFC champions. Maybe. I'll have to get into that later. So Ravens, good team, above average for sure. Maybe you could argue top 10. Well, but the Vikings are 3-5, and they are 5 scores away from being 8-0. They have lost 5 games by 1 score or less than 1 score, less than 1 touchdown. They've lost a couple games in overtime. They lost the Cowboys by 4 points, lost the Cardinals by 1 point. They're getting so close with these good teams. But they are 3-5. 5 losses by less than a score. That's just got to be rough. The Vikings, then they're another one of these NFC teams with 3 wins. They could make the playoffs. They have to face the Packers twice and the Rams. I don't see them winning those games, but if they could win all their other games, which I also don't see happening, but it's possible. So if they lose 3 and then win the rest, they go 9-8 and probably make the playoffs. They're probably they got the Chargers, 49ers, Lions, Steelers, and Bears twice, and then the Packers twice, and the Rams. That's the rest of their season. So maybe they can go 9-8 in that. But they're just kind of playoff hopeful, maybe. All right, Broncos and Cowboys. Here's one of the upsets. Broncos beat the Cowboys 30-16. Now, this week taught me something. All teams have their flaws. I already knew that, but this week really showed it, that anybody can be beat. The Broncos defense did great and held the Cowboys to 16 points, and then their offense got 30 points. So, good job, Broncos. Now, if you take a look at the AFC West real quick, the Chargers are at the top, 5 wins, 3 losses. Raiders are next, 5 wins, 3 losses. Chiefs are next, 5 wins, 4 losses. And then Broncos, 5 wins, 4 losses. The whole entire AFC West has 5 wins. It is anybody's game in the AFC West, okay? So, there's hope. If you like any 4 of those teams, you have a chance to win that conference and be in the playoffs. So there's that. Do with it what you will. This game, this Broncos game, was kind of a surprise statement by the Broncos. It's their only win versus a team with a winning record, which is a little concerning. But then again, it's not, because you just beat the Cowboys. You're feeling good. So, yeah, good. Cowboys are still a really good team. I don't want to say no worries, Cowboys fans. You guys are good, because there is a slight concern for a little bit of worry here. You guys just got beat by the Broncos. So you gotta fix a couple things, come out and win. Just win. Because the NFC is a tough conference. There's a lot of good teams. So, yeah. All right, Bills versus Jags. Another upset. Once again, I don't have a lot written down for this game. Great job, Jaguars. Your defense was amazing. And then the Bills obviously have weaknesses on offense. All these teams that are good are just being proven like, hey, you're not way above everybody else. It's a anybody can beat anybody here. So yeah, I will say this about the Jags: they're getting better and better every week, and that's cool to see. Cool to see Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence come to the NFL, and they have a rocky start, but they're getting better, and they come and beat the Bills 9-6. So I think it's cool. Thursday night review. Let's do this real quick. Ravens and Dolphins. Dolphins upset the Ravens once again. Just you're not the greatness that you think you are. Upsets all over the league. Puts me at 7-3 on Thursday night predictions. Man, I really this is of all my Thursday night predictions. This I was like, yeah, Ravens got this one. But great job, Dolphins. I was able to watch a lot of this game, and the Miami defense. That's what did it this game. That was amazing. They had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Great, just good job, Dolphins. No, you will not make the playoffs. Sorry, but good job. Boost that morale and keep going. Right now you're just rooting to win as many games as you can. Yeah. The Ravens they have weaknesses. Just like the Bills, just like the Cowboys, the Chiefs, of course. All these teams that are good. They have weaknesses. Thursday night predictions: Patriots versus Falcons. Falcons are all right team, and then the Patriots with Mac Jones has been working out well for them, especially recently. So I think the Patriots are the better team. I'll take the Patriots 26-20 in this game. News around the league: Von Miller and Odell Beckham Jr. have gone to the Rams, and I want to see how well that works out. I don't know how well Odell Beckham Jr. can do anywhere, really. He was doing great for the Giants and then didn't do well for the Browns. The Rams have really been trying. They're trying real hard this season, and I think that's great. Go do it. Matt Stafford, that worked out better than I thought it could. And yeah, so I'm ready to see Odell Beckham Jr. out there with him. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Panthers got Cam Newton back because Sam Darnold got hurt, I do believe. So also piques my interest. How well is that going to work? So, yeah. I will see you next time in the gray area.